Joshiebear plays Minecraft.
What is going on, everyone? It's Joshiebear, and we are playing the Minecraft. Sound like a sheep, but yes, we are back. It is episode 2 of our 1.17 Let's Play, and, well, we haven't done a ton of I don't know, visible advancement? Is that what you would call it? But yes, we are still in the early days, although I have done some resource gathering. Quite a bit of resource gathering. And we've also started to do a few things around the area to, I guess, establish ourselves and prepare for later. Because why not? But yeah, we've got some farm out there. I've got some cows penned up over there as well. We might check that out later. But you'll notice the bed and stuff is gone from this little, this little thing. I don't know, what is this? I'm gonna call it a thing. Rock formation. And we've actually moved into this area back here. I'm actually finding it's a lot easier for me to travel by boat right now around the area because of the terrain. But I've just set up a bed and a crafting table here because we've got a project we're going to work on here today. But really, we spent most of our time down here underground. And welcome to the mines. This is where I have gathered most of my resources at this point. We got some food there, but here's really the valuable chest. And as you can see, I've got quite a few diamonds already. This is actually the second diamond pickaxe that I've made in this world. But we've got plenty of stone and stuff to work with. But it's time for us to move out of like this mining area. I just kind of set this up because this is where I was spending most of my time anyway. But it's time for us to get kind of like our starter base going. I don't even know if it's really a starter base because, we may stay here, we may not. And if we stay here, then it's not necessarily a starter base, is it? So it's time for us to get a little more rooted in the area. And when I say rooted, I mean have a proper place to stay. We've got a couple projects that we're going to work on today. First, well, maybe not first, but one of those is a nether portal that we're going to put in. We probably won't go to the nether today, but I want to get that put in, and I've got a plan for how I want to do all of that. You can see the stair steps going up. We'll dress that up later. And the other big thing is to actually give myself a bit of a home. And we're going to do that right here in this area. We're just going to kind of carve into the side of the mountain here and set ourselves up, a place to sleep, a little bit of storage. Because we need a little bit more than the 3 chests that I have stacked down in the mines. So we've got a lot of work, I guess, as far as building goes, but we may not see a lot of progress until the end of the episode. So I've got a few resources I want to go gather before we get started, but I think we're going to start on our little, our advanced hidey hole is really what it's going to be. Well, it's a new world, and I don't have my studio anymore. So if I want to sit and chat to you, well, I got to do it from this boat. That's okay. It doesn't mean that I am going to say anything less intelligent. Also, definitely not anything more intelligent, but just a quick chat. Because I like you. And I also like hearing my own voice. We talked about in the first episode that we want to kind of take things a little more slowly. And that's for a very good reason. I enjoy survival Minecraft. I really enjoy it. Believe it or not, I enjoy the early survival game more than I enjoy the late survival game. It doesn't mean I don't enjoy the late game or the end game. Just there's a charm about early days survival. But the game has advanced so much, and I love a lot of the advancements, but I want to enjoy that charm again. So yes, these episodes are going to be slow, but it doesn't mean we can't have fun with it. But I also understand that I'm not making this for me, I'm making this for you. So make sure you show your support if you like what we're doing in this series, and leave a comment if you think it's going too slow, or if it's not going slow enough. Or if you want me to just quit my job and spend 80 hours a week just playing Minecraft. I wouldn't be opposed to that. But I need your support to do that. I need you. Well, Let's be realistic about it. I need you to give me money. Oh, but we're a long way away from that, and maybe never reaching that goal. But I'm serious. This content is for you. Leave your comments. Let me know if you like it. And swing your arm with every word and syllable. My mouse isn't clicking quick enough to do syllable. All right, enough chatter. All right, we've made a little bit of progress here, and I like how it's coming along so far. Now, a lot of times in like an early build, I'll tend to use like one wood type just because it's easy to get. Spruce is probably the easiest wood type for me to get, but I decided that I wanted to mix in a couple other colors just to make sure that it wasn't all dark. And I found that the oak strip and spruce strip look pretty good together as long as you break it up with some planks and some stairs. And yeah, I really like that combination. I've also kind of made a doorway here for our mining area, and I liked how that looked, but I didn't necessarily know how to tie it in until I got into this room, and I started to tie in like these pillars from the front into the main area. Now, it kind of looks like it cuts off some of the area, kills some of the wall space that we have, but I think we can fit some really useful areas in here. Now, this back wall is going to be all storage, and we'll be able to fit 4 chests up and down, so we'll have 8, 16, 24 single chests or 12 double chests for storage, which should be more than enough for us right now. And then we can expand that out later if we need to. But I like how this looks. I'm not sure it's going to stay that way, though. I really enjoying this kind of pattern. Now, as far as what we're going to do with the stone walls that are behind it, I'm not sure, but I had to go out and get some more spruce logs so I could finish this off to kind of make it look a little bit more finished. Just kind of do that while we're in here. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Yeah, so it kind of finishes off the walls there. And then one other thing that I decided to do, actually incorporate a third wood type, and that is birch. Birch is not something that I use a lot of. And I thought, you know what? Let's brighten it up a little bit as far as the flooring goes in this main area. And we got to think this is really just like a starter home or a starter hidey hole area. So we don't need a lot of functional space, but we do have the option to take this wall out or take this wall out and dig it out, dig it back. This one probably more because this is going to take us out towards the river that's here. But we could place our bed in this little area, have a couple chests off to the side here, maybe even have like a double bed come out there. There's a lot that we can do with this space, and it looks really nice for I guess that starter home. But in my normal fashion, we're going to leave that unfinished for now because there's another project I want to make sure we get to today, and that is our nether portal area. Now, I've got this kind of stair step working for us right now, which we're going to end up putting some stairs on eventually, but basically we'll just come right up the side of this sheer cliff, as I'm going to call it, and our nether portal is going to sit in this area right here. Now, yeah, I'm going to cheat the corners a little bit because it's going to be hidden back a little bit. In fact, I might actually have some things overgrown, or at least like some stone and stuff kind of in the path. So like it's in the mountain. I like that ruined look and feel for my nether portal for whatever reason. It's just my thing, I guess. But before I put my portal in, I definitely want to get this section figured out. And I think I'm going to have to bring it out just a little bit because I want to make sure that I've got enough space to throw in support pillars to give it some depth and some other blocks to give it some detail. Because, I want it to look nice, right? I mean, that's what you're supposed to do, try to make it look nice. So I have a feeling I'm going to need to get some more spruce, but kind of what I'm thinking here. And we may end up having to do some other things to get this ready. But what I'm thinking is just replacing these blocks here, like this, with stairs. So what we would actually have is something like this. We'd come right up there. But what I would have here is I'd actually have the support pillar coming up right along the side, which is going to push this out a few more blocks, which I think is okay. So let's see what that's actually going to look like if we do that. So if I put the support pillar here, kind of like that. So at least the stairs have something to wrap to. Then our next stair would go like here. And then it would come down. Because I'd want... I think that's how we'd want to do it. And basically from there, we just need to make ourselves kind of like that. And I think that's still... we would have something more like this. So we would come up there. And I think we'd probably have to dig this out just a little bit more to make it work for us the way that we want it to work. So that would give us a landing area to kind of come up and walk around. And then what we would have is something like this. Yeah. To have it fit in a little bit. Okay, perfect. Yeah, all right. So I'm gonna work that out just a little bit more. We'll want to maybe wrap this into this area as kind of like a stairway. But I think the entrances are going to kind of match up here, and we can even maybe do something around this area to address that up even more. All right, so it didn't take me that long to suss this out, but I think we've got something that looks pretty nice. I enjoy this. It's some pretty basic materials. We got some spruce logs, we got some spruce trap doors, some spruce fences, and cobblestone. And, you know, we get away from using so much cobblestone now in our buildings in Minecraft, and sometimes cobblestone is the right block. And I think in this situation it is. Now later I think we can come in and break some of this up with some other blocks. But for right now, this is fine. We've got a couple areas I think that maybe we switch out later. But I also like how it kind of stays mountainy on the sides, but it's like the man-made structure part of this is all the cobblestone. You can kind of see as we go up what we've got going on. We got some fences to look more like supports. This is supposed to be kind of a railing, but it doesn't really work out like a railing all that much, but it does cover the stairs. I thought it looked pretty cool. And we get up to this area, and we can look down, and yeah, it's gonna serve its purpose. So now it's time for us to get our portal together, and this is an exciting event in any Minecraft world. And yes, again, I'm cheating the quarters. I'm not so worried about that. But I do want to get the portal in. Now, I had some ideas what I wanted to do up here, and I thought about possibly putting some moss up here. Problem is I have no bone meal, so I need to get some bone meal before I finish decorating this part up. But kind of make it almost like, instead of ruined, it's going to be a little overgrown, but more like that beautiful, untouched, pure nature kind of thing, you know? Like we got the flower up here, the moss is a lot more green for the area. Yeah, I think it's going to look really nice. But without further delay, it is time for this moment. And you know what? I think we're going to step across just to see what we got. We've got some armor. We might as well. Let's just go take a peek. We're not going to explore, but we can peek. Okay, immediately hear a ghast. And it looks like we're actually pretty well protected here. Okay. All right. All right, so this is where our portal leads us. It's another waste, so we're gonna have to definitely do some exploring later. All right, so that is wonderful. The nether portal is in, and it's in a safe location, so I don't have to worry too much about it when we go through to actually explore. We've got some work to do here, but I think it's time for us to get back to the hidey hole and see what more we can come up with there. All right. Hush you. Hush. Hush. So I guess it's time for the big reveal because I've actually finished up a lot of work in this area. And as you can see, I've tried to take out some of the torches. I've hung some lanterns up here a little bit. We still got a torch here and there. Nice little lightning rod there. Makes for a good torch holder. I know we see a lot of these candle holders. I don't have beeswax yet, so I can't really do that. But I've been able to eliminate some of the torch spam out here. Yeah, I really like how this turned out. It's kind of simple. Just some strategically placed fences and trap doors, and it looks really nice. But the big reveal is right behind me. Huh? Yeah? Does it look interesting in there? I bet it does. So I didn't think I was going to get all of this done, and I think there's still a little bit of work to do here. I did widen out our stairway to the mining area. I haven't really made any plans for how I want to decorate that, if I even want to decorate it. But look at what we've done inside our little hidey hole. This is definitely more than just a hidey hole now. I think I've outdone myself. And I kind of designed this from back to front. So I started with the floor, which is the birch with the stripped oak and the stripped spruce here. And I started with this back wall. And a lot of it's going to get hidden by the chest, which I've still got another row of chests to put in. And then I kind of wrapped that design, or at least tried to do something with that same design on these other two walls. You notice I've got my bed here. I'll have a double chest for like my valuables here. Eventually we'll have an ender chest over here. Maybe room for another thing. I don't know yet. And then we've got our utility wall. You can see I've kind of taken the same pattern, brought it over, dug the wall out a little bit to try to put some depth and into the design a little bit. It's not usable space. It's just there for decoration. But mixed in some deep slate and cobbled deep slate. I was trying to go with the deep slate at first, and I kind of mixed in some cobbled deep slate just because it's what I had. And I think it works okay. It works a little bit better here where it's actually mixed in together. But yeah, we might change that up a little bit. Yeah, I thought I'd give the birch a little more of a chance in this build, and you know what? I really like how it's used to accent a lot. It's more like the detail work, like we're using. I mean, yeah, we've got a lot of birch here, but the birch details in the walls ties the floor to the walls, and I really love how this has turned out. Now I think there's some more that we can do to the outside here to make it look a little bit better and kind of tie both of these parts in, because I think eventually. Oh, hi friend. But I think we can tie both of these parts of the build in together a little bit. Maybe some of the cobblestone slabs over here, and kind of just bring that over a little bit. Maybe some leaves, some leaves to kind of make it a little more overgrown. I'm thinking about taking the moss blocks up there, or taking a moss block up there, and doing that area up in a little bit of vegetation. I don't want it to be like ruined, but I kind of want it to be overgrown, like nature has finally taken it back. Kind of like what we did in the last world, where like in the corners it looked like nature was starting to invade. I want nature to be totally invaded up there, because it is inside a mountain. You expect it to be more natural, and it's just kind of like it's a hidden portal in the depths of the peaks. But before we go, I wanted to come over here to this little area. Don't mind the floating leaf blocks that are still there from all the spruce trees that I cut down. I wanted to come over here kind of show you what our farming situation looks like because it's not necessarily grand. I've started a tree farm and I've got plenty of cows, which is probably time to go feed them. But I've got this little basic farm set up for now. We've got potatoes, carrots, wheat, which is going to be everything that we need. I need to go ahead and harvest some of this wheat. Anyway, as I was saying, we've got, just a basic farm setup here, and we're going to want to expand that here eventually. I don't know how useful potatoes are going to be, because this over here likely is going to be our food source, for the time being. In fact, that's why I'm over here now, to get some more of these cows bred up and ready to go. And come on, everybody eats. Everybody gets a meal. Everybody gets a meal. Did everybody eat? Okay, good. And I keep putting torches down in here. Oh, let me out. But yes, I think we're gonna spend the next couple episodes getting our farming situation a little more permanent, and really mean the animals more than the crops. Although getting the crops in a much bigger space is going to be very, very useful. And in fact, I'm thinking that with all of this space over here, we might be able to do massive fields, like a large wheat field and a large carrot field and a large potato field, because I don't have a ton of plans for this area at the moment, and it's kind of where I've set up my farming anyway. So maybe we can do that. And I did manage to secure a bunch of villagers. Sleepy time. But yeah, next episode, I think we're going to consider not only a cow farm that's more than just a pen. I think we're going to consider a wool farm. And I've got some eggs, so it might be time for us to also start ourselves an egg farm, which will lead us to a chicken farm. That's right. We are going to be the livestock, lords of this weird Minecraft world. And on that note, I think it's time for us to call it a day. We actually got quite a bit done today, and it actually looks really nice. We finished a project. But yeah, that is all the time I've got for this episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Hopefully you've enjoyed the build. If you did, leave a like, hit subscribe, leave your comments, questions, concerns, whatever it is that you want to leave. Just don't leave a link that's going to lead to the financial ruin of hundreds of thousands of people because it's a phishing site and you're going to steal their personal information. I don't know where that came from, but yes, I am spent. I'm Joshiebear. I'm out of here. I'll see you later. Oh, a tree.